Hello, I'm back from vacation and now it's my first day of doing Flanzella full time. I'm rather jet lagged, but I'm really excited to start and get planning on what we're gonna do for the next couple weeks as I go full time with Flanzella. I took time off to work 100% on this business and I'm really excited to jump into it. There's a lot to get done and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to where I'm not getting anything done. So I wanted to spend the first day kind of planning out what we're going to do. So for today, we're just gonna get set up. My big goal for the first week is doing a studio renovation, actually. I'll call it mini renovation. And maybe I'll do an unboxing right now to give you a clue as to what we're going to be doing. And when I say unboxing, I mean a big unboxing. I'm so excited. So now that I edit video every single week, I'm working off a really small laptop, and sometimes that's fine because I like to work on the couch and edit videos, but the majority of the time it takes a lot longer than if I had like a larger screen with a full desk setup. And because I need as much space as possible in this area and the studio is really small, I've kind of come up with a mini solution for an office space. So we're definitely going to need to do an IKEA run to buy a desk and DIY it. It's going to be quite the little mission, but I'm really excited. So this is kind of like the junky part of my office, right? And it's not very beautiful, but I thought that if I could put a smaller desk sticking out of here, that I could face the window. I think it would be kind of nice, and then it would be at the same height as the rest of the desk. I'm hoping to get a piece that's similar as the top one and 2 standing legs so that I can still get access to this. Okay, so we're here at IKEA and we're gonna get the desk today. Don't love me, can't hurt me. What you're doing can't hurt me. What you're doing, don't love me, can't hurt me. What you're doing can't hurt me. What you're doing, don't love me. Okay, that was a lot, but now let's do an unboxing of everything that I bought at IKEA. Literally at the last minute, I changed my mind on what I wanted, so this is gonna be a reveal for you guys and for me. Okay, the great reveal, what do you guys think? And this is a perfect grid, so I was thinking this would actually be like really easy to cut if I need to cut it down in size, because it's looking a little bit too big for the space right now. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit crazy and I have a jigsaw, so I'm going to try and cut on the grid of the table and make it to the size that I wanted it to. So right now it's about 55 inches and I was looking for something more around like the 36-inch mark. So I've counted and I want to take off 6 of the squares, cut it there, and then that's kind of the size of the table it's going to be able to fit in this space. So for the legs, we have these olive ones and they're extendable. So they're the only ones that are going to be just as tall as the kitchen cabinets that I have underneath this desk. So that's why I got these ones. The next thing I got is this, the inlag, I'll call it. And this is just a bracket that allows you to attach the 2 tables together. So I want this table to be seamless with the other one. So this is why I bought that. As for new power tool for my birthday, it's still coming, so we have to use this old janky one. So here it is so far. I love this. The only issue really is, again, I said I didn't really cut this straight, so you can see that here. That's my problem. And then these, I really wanted to tuck them in, but they're just not working that way. So I think instead of that, I should return these brackets and then just get like a normal bottom bracket. You can see the desks here like line up, and I wonder if I could just get something that like drills into here and it's just like a metal plate basically. Really sad because I actually really thought that I was going to be able to do all of this today, but I guess I'll have to go to the hardware store tomorrow. So even though this time is actually for me to do my business, there's also ways that I want to be learning, and some of those ways are through different events. I saw that there's the Pinterest Presents conference this week, and it's actually today, so I'm back in time for it, so we're actually going to watch that for the afternoon. I have my Notions list up here of everything I wanted to get done, and one of those things was to learn a little bit more about how to get my YouTube found on Pinterest, so that's why I thought this conference would be really interesting to try out. For those of you who are new here, my website is flanzella.com, and basically I just sell art prints, originals, tote bags, stickers, cards, a whole bunch of different things, and this is how I keep it organized. About 3 times a year, I like to go through all of my inventory and then do a print order to make sure that I have enough of everything. I'm a paper gal, so this one has a print order on one side and a print inventory on the other, and I'm just gonna go through and count them manually and make sure that I have the ones that I need, and then I'll make a list of what I need to get printed, and then I'll order them and we'll go pick them up this week. I like to make sure that I have 3 packaged of everything and then 3 extras of everything. This works for me because I have so many products. I have about 100 products. In terms of bestsellers, though, I like to have at least 10 of them in each category, and that means that I won't run out for that third of the year. I know a lot of business owners actually really don't like this part of the business, but I do. It makes me feel like I'm really organized, and it gives me an idea of how the business is doing. When I see that I'm basically out of like my bestsellers and that sort of thing, it means that I made a lot of sales, which is amazing, and it makes me feel really good. It really means that I'm well on my way to becoming a full-time artist, which is the goal. This year, my sales on my website have exploded. It's been so surreal to see, and I do think that that is because of YouTube. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to you guys for making that happen. I'm at a point now with my business after 3 or 4 years that I feel like every minute that I put into my business, I get back in sales or some sort of other reward. It's truly a surreal experience just because I think that like 2-3 years ago, I was like, oh, no one likes collage. And now it's doing really well. I'm so glad that I pushed through that type of thinking and found my people. One problem that I've ran into right now is how many papers I have at this size. I wanted to change all my prints to be this. So this is an 11 by 14. You can see it's a lot smaller. It's easier to send. The ones before just had a lot of white, and it was just because it was like a cheaper size. And this is the new size that I want, which is 11 by 14 with a 1/4 inch on each side. I'm trying to decide if I need to eat the cost of this or if I can sell them still. I have like 100 that are packaged in this size, and I sell them at markets, but this is like the other size is just like a better standard size. It's bigger, but it's not better because it's harder to frame because it only fits like the IKEA sizes. And when I first started, that made sense to me to do the IKEA one since that's like global size. But then I realized that like standard frame sizes are also different. I don't know why we have this problem in our society. It's so difficult to frame art prints, and I want it to be as easy as possible and seamless. And yeah, my mindset on that has changed now. One part of me is like, maybe I just sell this size and then I take off all the other products and don't have them available. But some of them are best sellers, so it's hard to know what to do. With my time off, I'm hoping to turn all of these ones into the 11 by 14 size and then be able to like see if they scale. This company is the one that I've used for my crystal clear bags, which are the plastic that the prints are wrapped in, but I wanted to try a different product this time. So as I said, here are the first ones. So this is 50 of the square ones. So these are for my 8x8 prints. I love, you can see how shiny they are. You can almost see my face, right? That's how clear they are. And this is the second product. I'm definitely all about the reduce, reuse, recycle approach, and for the last little bit I've been using like old Amazon packaging and just anything I could get my hands on that was reused to reduce my waste. But I decided finally that this was a better option for my business. So this is for my larger art prints. So when you order the 11 by 14, which is my larger size now, this one will fit like perfectly into this, and then we'll get shipped from that. Fits perfectly. I was a little bit worried that it would be a little small, but it looks absolutely perfect. So with something like this, I thought that it would look a little bit plain, so I have a solution for that as well. So you can probably already guess what this is, but it's actually a sample for packing tape. I just wanted to get one and see kind of what the print would look like and if this is something I wanted to do. I was thinking for all the larger size ones, maybe the smaller ones, this would like go across it just to show that it's from Flanzella. I think it would get people excited. And for the white mailers that I got, I feel like they're just so plain that this will make it a lot more fun to like receive your package. Let's say that this is your order. I would just fold it down and then put the tape across here, and then maybe even to the other side, I was thinking, but this is only like 2 feet right now, so bear with me, but it would just give it like a really fun little branding and it wouldn't be so plain. In terms of quality, I was hoping to work with 1 or 2 other companies just to see what I got, but I am pretty happy with this. It's a matte finish. It definitely looks like tape, and the pattern looks good. I mean, this one's a little bit wrinkly, but the roll was so little, as you guys saw, so I think that that's just what I'm kind of a little bit iffy on. Hello, we are back. It is Monday. Did something a little crazy this weekend, and I actually didn't do any work for the first time in I don't even know how long. It's actually the afternoon now. I did some more boring admin things in the morning. I applied to a bunch of open calls for magazines. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I follow a bunch on Instagram, and there's a whole bunch open. So I took the time to put together a series and label them and make artist statements that were specific to those series and submitted them all. If this is something you're interested in doing, I would highly recommend just being on Instagram and following a bunch of magazines, looking for collage magazines specifically or arts magazines, and just following them. And then that way when there's an open call, you'll be able to get the notification and see their open calls. If you don't have Instagram, email lists are also a great option. I did some video editing this morning and also put in an order for some prints to pick up on Wednesday, which is super exciting. For the rest of the day, we have 2 more tasks to do. It's now 3 o'clock, so I'm trying to get them done today. Is first prep for my course that starts tomorrow. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually in school along with my full-time job, and that's why everything is very hard to do. So I have a painting class actually starting up this week. I'm really excited. So they have a list of things I need to get, and I wanted to see which ones I have and which ones I need to go buy today. So I have a whole bunch, and I'm surprised that I actually don't have the exact colors that they're asking me to have, but it does say that's up to your own discretion. 2 I actually have are these ones. The cadmium yellow light is one that they asked for, and then a darker yellow. So I'm going to bring these 2 as well, and hopefully that gives me enough variety. And these are like my staple colors. I mean, my sweater, you can see that these are definitely in my color palette, so I'm going to bring these as well. Then we need a spray bottle, some sort of closed container from the kitchen, a bunch of different brushes and sizes. They wanted mostly flat ones, so I brought these, some knives. I also brought this scraper. I really liked using it when I did a lot of painting. It makes textures and you can like scrape off a layer. I also need a notebook, canvas pads, and this one's 9 by 12, so they'll be a little bit smaller. A utility knife, regular gel gloss. This is a acrylic medium, masking tape. This is a reusable palette. You just scrape off the paint after you're done with it. A ruler and scissors. And the last thing is Ziploc bags. So I actually have almost everything I need, which is so lucky. I mean, I've made some alterations for sure, but I definitely have like enough and I feel prepared. This is definitely a lot of stuff, and I only have one tote that might be big enough to hold it all. So I'm gonna try to put this all in, and maybe the paint just stays separate and I just carry it in. Okay, now the final task of the day is fixing the desk with these. I think these are gonna be perfect. They're nice and really strong. And I think like 3 of these would be great. I can shove it in under the desk, put 1 screw in here, put a couple screws in here, into the desk, and then into the other one. And I think that this is gonna hold up really well. An exciting update as well is that I got my new drill. So this is definitely going to be better. It's cordless, the other one was not, so it's going to be a lot easier to do this, and it's super light. This one is definitely not heavy duty, so if you're looking to do like home renovations, wouldn't recommend it. But for doing little things like this, it's perfect. A fun but controversial fact about me is that I'm not a fan of the Mac keyboards, so I actually got this one instead. I got these off Amazon and I think they're really cute and it's kind of fun. It had a yellow detail and I thought that that would match really perfectly. Okay, so now these brackets are fully loose and we're gonna take them off and replace them with 3 of these. So this is what it's looking like so far. I'm debating if I even need 3, to be honest, because these are so deep in and there's already a natural crack here that actually fits them perfectly. So there it is with the 2 screws. And it looks really good from the top and it feels really sturdy. And now we have to do the real unboxing. It's a painting by David Hockney. I love this painting. I've had it as a screen background actually before. I had the pleasure of going and seeing it in real life when I went on my trip, so I got the postcard for it and I had this little frame at home and I think it looks adorable, so that's definitely going on my desk. This is my most favorite thing in the whole world. I found this miniature shopping cart when shopping. It's from Flying Tiger, which is, I think it's a Scandinavian store of some sort, maybe Swedish, but it's a mini shopping cart and I thought it'd be perfect for my desk. This is a super simple little lamp. It's the one we saw at IKEA. I thought that it was just such a lovely blank slate. Like I could paint this after my abstract class, or I could paint even the shade. And the last thing I got that I'm super excited about is a faux rug from IKEA. I have an anti-fatigue standing mat and I don't love the look of it. So this is a way to cover it up while still getting that cushy soft floor. Good morning. This is the next day. This is in true vlog style, but I just wanted to give you a little catch up on what we're doing on our last day. So before leaving the house, I have one important thing to do, and that is that these prints are going to be in a TV show. And so I just want to make sure that they have the stamp on the back, so if someone sees them and loves them, that they know where to get them. I'm going to be doing these, and then I have a huge order to go pick up, so we're going to be doing a road trip to go pick up the rest of the prints, which is pretty fun. And I also ordered something kind of exciting, so I'll show you that after we come back. And then I guess I could just show you this. As I said, I have an art class that I'm doing, and we're making abstract pieces, and so this is actually still drying, but basically the idea is that you make like a bunch of paint on a Ziploc bag, and then once they're done, you should just be able to like peel them off of this and then make an artwork with it, which is kind of fun. I feel like it's a good craft for like any ages, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. I think that this is pretty cool because we're going to see like a different type of collage for sure that's made with paint. Look at all those colors, right? Looks so cool. This almost looks like an egg. Yeah, it's still kind of sticky. Oh no. But I think it'll work. Like I can cut this into pieces. Pretty funny, but I was losing sleep over these because I thought that I did them too thin. They're still like a little bit wet on the other side, but like, I mean, this is pretty cool, right? Like we have this big, almost symmetrical piece. I think is pretty fun. Okay, so we've done a big drive, and now we're here to join a collage group outside of the city. They meet during the week, so I've never really been able to do them because of work, but now I can, and it's been so much fun. I learned so much from the people around me. I got to meet new people, and I got to see other people's collage art, and I thought that that was really, really cool. This space is a converted garage, and I absolutely adore it and love it, and I love being here. So the benefit of meeting people is that I've had this for years now, and someone was like, oh, why aren't you using the ruler? I was like, what ruler? This? I had no idea about this, and now I understand why people were in the comments like, use the ruler. I was like, this ruler is really hard to use. Yeah, we have this entire one. Oh my goodness, I feel so silly. And then I went to pick up my prints, and this one is actually for the movie. It's 48 inches big, so I hope it looks good. Next up, I made a mistake. So here you can see the new prints that I got, and these are my old ones. So I forgot to check them before I left the store. I realized that this was not cut correctly. It's supposed to be a 1/4 inch, not a 1/2 inch. And you can tell that the colors are muted, and like the yellow isn't as rich, and just like it's not as full. Like for some reason this person is fine, but then the yellows aren't. So I wonder if like the green, yellow, and potentially like red processor or printer is not working for them. And then these ones are the wrong size. And like this one is the original and this one is the new one. And you can just see she's like so washed out. So sometimes printers, you know, like they make the mistakes. And so I was able to message them, and hopefully we'll be able to get these reprinted and on their dollar versus mine. And that's why I like using someone else, because if I made these mistakes, I would just be eating the cost. And then this is the secret surprise I wanted to show you guys, but I guess it's a little bit of a letdown now, but I got this printed as a print just to see what it would look like, and I really love it. It looks so great. I had just found out that the person that I usually use for printing has quit, and I had to use someone else, and yeah, I'm just like super not happy with this, so that's just, you know, it's a learning curve, and we'll have to figure out how to fix it. Like you can even see that this wasn't even like cut and like perfectly done. Yeah, anyways, that's always a disappointment. We're coming to a close on my last day of the first week I have as a full-time artist. I have learned so much. I have done so many things. Some things I had to do on my computer and I wasn't able to mention them, and just want to throw them in here because I think that they're things that you guys will think are pretty cool. The first one is that I'm planning on launching a Discord channel. I want it to be like a paid membership where people are able to get 2 collage workshops or like get-togethers a month online. So if you live like, you know, somewhere rural or somewhere where you don't really know that many people, it's just a place for us to collage and hang out and like talk basically, and give feedback if we're looking for that. The other thing that I think you guys will really enjoy is that I'm planning on making a digital download. This will be something that I scan in all the pieces that I'm able to find. I'm hoping to have at least 150 images for download, and they'll be for a digital one or a print one. The idea is that you can have the digital download and it would be PNGs that are already cut out for you, or download sheets and then you'll be able to print those out and cut the pieces out that I've put aside for you guys. As for the print mistake that we have here, I'm going to be picking those up next week, so all of that will be fixed. I know this video is quite the mashup of things that I was doing in the week, but I hope that you enjoyed watching it. I felt like it was a little bit mesmerizing to watch back and see how many things I did, and just, you know, it was a good experience, and I hope you really enjoyed. So that's it for me today. I hope you learned something, were inspired. I hope you're creating a lot at home with the September prompts. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!